Today on The Young and the Restless, Victor probes Nate about Lily, Nikki uses Catherine's memory to get Lily on side, and Sally tells Billy she's not a victim. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. Victor is sitting at Society when he spots Nate. He asks him to join him for a coffee. Nate turns him down, doubting they have anything to discuss. That sounds like pretty brave talk to Victor, who won't let him go. Reluctantly, Nate sits down and asks what's so critical that they need to speak. Crossing his arms, Victor probes him about how things are going with Devon after the split from Chancellor. Nate thinks that he and his cousin are working well. He's enjoying all the hard work. His former boss reminds him that he requested he push Lily into considering a return to Winters. What happened to Fat Nate informs him that he doesn't carry out his recommendations on demand. Lily has her own mind and goals. Victor still suggests that he convince her that returning is the best option. Letting out a bitter laugh, he reminds Nate of when he tried to have him committed to a hospital and steal his company away. Leaping up, Nate doesn't want to rehash that. Waving him down, Victor has him sit. Leaning in, he says he's not fooled by his act. "I know damn well you're a scheming opportunist," Victor says. They argue about which of them is working an agenda. The Newman adds that he thinks highly of Lily, but not of Billy. He reminds Nate that he was close friends with Neil, and is determined to make sure his daughter lands someplace safe. Hastings suggests that he's making some grandstanding power play. He has years of experience with him and knows when he's up to no good. He may not be able to stop him, but he warns him to leave his family out of it. Billy runs into Sally in the foyer of the athletic club. He surmises that she spent the night there and wonders if that means she's left Adam. That's not something she wants to discuss standing there, so he offers to buy her coffee. After they sit in the dining room, she admits that last night was hellish. He's sure that his storming in only made things worse. "At least it led to the truth," she says, flashing back to Adam coming clean about sleeping with Chelsea while they were in Baltimore and admitting that love had something to do with it. That's not something Sally mentions to Billy. Sighing, she says she needed to get out of there and process everything. Billy wants to get into Adam's face again for keeping the truth from her. He needs a reminder he's lucky to have her. Sally admits she had to force the truth out of him. She points out that Chelsea betrayed him just as Adam betrayed her, so she hopes he's not letting her off the hook. He'll admit that she's to blame. When Billy adds that they are both victims, Sally stops him. She refuses to see herself as a victim. There was a time she would complain about the universe conspiring against her, but she doesn't see things that way any longer. When she says she can still understand how he's feeling, he doubts she's in the same headspace. "Do you think you can actually forgive her?" she asks. Billy's not sure and explains that he and Chelsea have been through this before, with Adam. This is news to Sally. He's sure that what happened this time was just a random, reckless act. Spectra assumes that there was a lot more going on than stress. Billy doubts there were any romantic feelings attached. It will take him some time to think this through. It was a betrayal. But with Adam, they both decide to throw themselves into work to stay distracted. Offering her some unsolicited advice, Billy tells her she's better off without Adam. Lily joins Nikki at Crimson Lights for tea and a chat about Catherine. After they get a table, they talk about how nice it would be for her to still be with them. The next best thing is all the letters she left behind. Nikki hands her a card which puts a smile on her face. Lily is so happy to see Kay's handwriting again. The Newman tells her how far ahead their friend was thinking. Smiling, she hands her a letter to read. As she does, Lily tears up and wipes her eyes. Nikki has been teary-eyed for days reading these old notes. She explains the letter was sent to her at rehab. It's all about the latest news in Genoa City and mentions running into Lily with Neil and the kids. Lily recalls that day and how sweet it was. She's honored just to be mentioned. "She was one of your biggest fans," Nikki says, reading out a passage regarding all the potential Catherine could see in Lily. That's something Lily needed to hear right now. Nikki is sure that Catherine is watching over them and guiding them. Lily would like to believe that. She still thinks of her final request that they live life to fullest and make her proud. They toast to how much they miss Catherine. Lily is grateful that Nikki let her read the letter. Nikki urges her to keep it. Sure that Catherine would want her to have it, she hopes she takes to heart what their friend says, the sky is the limit. Lily could use the reminder given the dark clouds in her life. Nikki hopes she's not letting Billy get in her way. That's not something Lily will allow to happen. Probing this, Nikki asks if anything happened, and if she needs someone to talk to. Lily claims she's just feeling more inspired than ever to protect Catherine's legacy. Admitting she has a soft spot for Billy, Nikki adds that she's also seen how self-destructive he can be. Billy walks in and strides over after the two women spot him. Lily asks Nikki to excuse them. She has some things to talk over with Billy. Jumping up, Nikki heads for the door, stopping for a moment to look back at them. Billy assumes that he and Lily are squared away since she got a termination letter and a big check. Lily tells him to cancel the check because she's not going down without a fight. He claims she has no leg to stand on. They accuse each other of plotting, and she warns he has a big fight coming his way. Once she storms out, he calls a lawyer and asks them to check into whether Lily's case has a chance. In Chancellor Park, Connor returns to his parents after crashing a kite into a bird and leaving it in a tree. They have a laugh about this, and his parents force smiles as he tells them that it feels like everything is finally getting back to normal again. Adam and Connor compete over who can do more push-ups, as Chelsea times them. Connor wins. They start talking about his therapy, and Connor urges his mom to show Adam some muscle relaxation techniques. His parents start to fidget, and he asks if they are okay. Adam claims he's too competitive to play games with Chelsea. His son urges him to learn more exercises to relax and asks Chelsea about her techniques for staying calm. Adam admits he could use some tools for keeping in control. When they hear the bells of the ice cream man, Adam hands his kid some cash and sends him off to get treats. The second they are alone, Adam tells Chelsea that Sally left him because of her. Staring at him in disbelief, she refuses to let him blame her for this. He says their partners don't deserve the pain they are in, and they wouldn't be feeling it if it wasn't for her guilty conscience. She points out they have been grilling them for weeks, and there's no way they could have kept this secret. Adam complains that Billy pushed him to tell the truth. She's sure the truth would have come out regardless, but Adam thinks some secrets need to be kept. He had Sally convinced, and as they get in each other's faces, Connor jogs over with ice cream. He spots Sally and calls her over. She sheepishly approaches, and all the adults force smiles as Connor tells her that he's missed seeing her. He'll be spending more time at his dad's now, so they could have a movie night soon. Maybe they could watch The Outsiders. It's one his parents like. Seeing that the ice cream is melting, Sally says they should get back to their day. Connor suggests she take his mom's ice cream since she doesn't want it. Chelsea urges the boys to go and get her a latte. Connor jogs off with his father. Although Sally doesn't want to hear it, Chelsea immediately begins apologizing. She hates what happened. It was stupid and unnecessary, and she wishes she could go back in time and undo it. Sally suspects that she means that. It would be easy to hate her, but she can't because it would excuse Adam from his role in this. Plus, he lied to her face until he was trapped into confessing. Chelsea tells her how terrified he is to lose her. She won't make excuses but insists that that night was just about numbing the pain. Beyond that, they felt nothing for each other. Hearing this isn't making Sally feel better. Chelsea urges her to talk to Adam, but Sally doesn't want to be talked into anything. Snapping, she announces she's made her decision on where to go from here. I don't think there's any coming back from this, she says. Nikki joins her husband at society and they chat about the friendship she's been forming with Lily. She couldn't get her to open up about Chancellor, but she saw her with Billy and the animosity was palpable. Victor says this tracks with what he heard from Nate, who let it slip that his cousin is under a lot of pressure at work. His phone rings. He's surprised to see it's Lily. That should be interesting, he says. When he answers, she asks if they can meet. She wants to talk business, specifically Billy. They arrange to meet at the athletic club.